Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys have all been doing well. So it's been quite a while, a couple weeks since I made a video. I've just been busy with school. Of course, I'm on rotations right now, so I'm just, doing my thing with school, and sometimes when I get home I'm just tired, so I don't really try to force myself to make videos when I'm tired, or I don't try to put that pressure on myself. I always try to keep in mind that wax is a hobby for me, and even making videos is more of a hobby, so I don't want to stress myself out and make something that is a fun thing for me not fun anymore through that stress, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I'm currently on my elective rotation, which I chose to be infertility. I'll talk more about it in near the end. I'll just start with all the wax empties, and then if anybody's curious or wants to listen to me ramble about my life, then you can skip to the end or stay till the end if you'd like. So yeah, let me get started with empties first. So I'll get started with retail. I don't have that much retail, so I'm just gonna get those out of the way. So the first item I have here is this sensational clam in Enchanted Blackberry and Patchouli. I really like this scent. It is a blackberry scent, but I definitely don't detect any patchouli in it at all. It doesn't have that earthy note that patchouli tends to have. This smells like a really nice blackberry body care item. Like, it smells like something that I could find in Bath and Body Works. It's a little bit fruity, but it has those like slightly floral, slightly body care-esque notes to it. I feel like this is like a nice, sweet blackberry body wash scent almost. It's a little bit girly. I really like this actually. This is a good performer. And yeah, I would pick it up again. So good stuff. The next one that I finished here is this clam, also from Walmart, Better Homes and Gardens, Over the Rainbow. This one smells exactly like artificial candy. It's good. I do tend to like those kinds of scents. And it smells almost exactly like Blue Grotto from Scentsy, if you've ever smelled that. It's that candy, artificial, fruity type of scent, and I happen to like those scents. I know not everybody likes that artificial candy note, but I do. So yeah, it smells pretty good. It's a good performer as well, long lasting, and no complaints. So both of these I would repurchase, but I wouldn't repurchase Over the Rainbow at this time, just because I have a lot of artificial candy scents from vendor wax, so I feel like I should use up that stash first before I move on to picking up more of those kinds of scents. But otherwise, I do enjoy them. So those are that. So I'm gonna get into vendor wax now. I guess I'll get into the scent cups that I melted through. So the first item I have here, this is from Beezy Tarts. This is an Earl Grey and Apple Tea. I have this in this little like polypropylene bag just because the scent cup is like, it was filled all the way to the top that the lid cracked, the top lid. But yeah, really, really good scent. This is a single scent oil, I believe. I'm pretty sure I saw Kay's. She carries this oil. I think I've seen some other vendors too, but I can't recall off the top of my head. But this is a single scent oil, and I really, really like this. I really enjoy tea scents, and this is a really nice, yeah, like Earl Grey tea kind of note. It's soothing, and it has those like I wouldn't say it's overly apple, but it does have like slight warming spices to it. So I guess it's if you made it Earl Grey tea with bits of apple in it, but it's not a fresh apple. It's like a warm, cozy apple, if that makes sense. So really good. I did enjoy this. This definitely used to be stronger, I think. This is really old. I think I got this back in 2020, but Beezy's wax is so good. It's through more at a medium, so just the fact that I could get a throw out of this is just impressive, but I really like this scent. I would repurchase it, so I might seek it out. I don't think I need a ton of it, but I do enjoy melting it. So yeah, really good. I'm not really sure what's going on with Beezy's. If anybody knows, let me know, but apparently there hasn't been much activity from his page, so I don't know if he is closed now or yet. He didn't really make an official announcement, but I do really enjoy his wax. He has great quality wax, and for a great price. Okay, moving on, I have this from Casa Hermosa Creations, Caramel Popcorn. This is one of her scent shot cups that I got as a free sample in my pre-order haul from her. I really like this oil. This is such a realistic caramel popcorn oil. This is one of the most realistic food scents that I've ever smelled in wax in general. I feel like if you were to put this up to my nose with me blindfolded, for example, I would have not been able to tell that it wasn't actual food, like it was candles or something, because it smells so realistic. Really, really good. It has that butteriness. It really captures that movie theater butter type of note, and it has that sweet caramel goodness. And I don't tend to like popcorn scents, although I think this might have changed my mind. I think I'm more open to it after smelling the scent. And caramel scents can be too ooey gooey or artificial sometimes, but it was not like that in this case. The only sad part was that this was pretty light. I could only really smell it when I got really close to the warmer. So I'm finding that for me, myself, I can struggle a little bit with her hard wax, but I love her scoopables. Her scoopables have been performing really well for me. So I think maybe just her, in the future, I would purchase her scoopables just because those have been performing well for me. And yeah, it'll be nice if she has this oil in scoopable form, then I would definitely pick it up. Okay, moving on. Speaking of popcorn scents, this is from a Sassy Girl Aroma in Buttered Popcorn. This is a little sample. This is good. It's that butter popcorn scent. And I remember when I first got this, I really didn't like it because I didn't like popcorn scents at that point in time. But now I really do think popcorn scents are growing on me. So I enjoyed this. I think this is older. It wasn't a super strong performer, so I don't know in general if popcorn scents are just not that strong or what. I need to, I guess, survey around more popcorn scents to be able to form a definitive opinion about the oil itself. But so far, this was more of a medium, I would say. But yeah, it's nice. I like it. I think it will be a nice blender, actually. I don't know what to blend it with, but I feel like it will be nice to blend with something. Maybe pumpkin pecan waffles, maybe? Not sure. If you have a good butter popcorn or kettle corn or caramel popcorn blend that works really well together, let me know in the comments. I would be interested to know. Okay, moving on. This is from Teddy Bees, a scent cup in Cindy Lou Does Paris, Lulubelle, Sweet on Paris, and Frosted Pine. I haven't seen her bring this scent back in a really long time, so I don't know if it's discontinued or what, but this is a very perfumey type of sweet scent. It's pretty. Even though it has the frosted pine, I don't really detect much pine in it. It's mainly that Sweet on Paris and Lulubelle. I don't know what's in Lulubelle. It must be some sort of like perfumey, girly kind of scent, because that's what it smells like to me. Performed at a medium for about 5 hours. It's okay. Like, I don't think it like stuck out to me a lot. It was nice, but I don't think I would seek it out necessarily. Okay, so those are the scent cups that I finished. Moving on now, I think I'm gonna get into the bags that I finished. So I'm just gonna pull at random. I tried to organize these by vendors, but I don't know. If some of them are out of order, then I'm sorry, we'll just roll with the punches. Yeah, so the first thing I have here is from L3. This is a sample in strawberry preserves. I actually quite like this. Now it smells almost like fresh canned strawberries, like you're in the process of making strawberry jam or strawberry preserves and it's just freshly canned. It's not been sitting there for a while. It sort of has a fresh quality to it, not like it's not fresh picked strawberry. It's very different from that oil. It's a little sweeter. It's almost like I guess the best way I could put it is like you're in the process of making strawberry preserves and it's on the stove with sugar and it's just like on the heat. That's what I think of when I smell this. So I actually quite enjoyed this. This actually performed pretty well, about a medium strong. I don't remember how long it went for, but it did perform. So I like this. Yes, so the next one I have here is another sample from L3, Rainbow Sherbet. I think a lot of people know what this smells like. It's also a single scent oil. It's really good. It smells like artificial fruity ice cream. That's what it smells like to me, and I like it. This performed really well. This threw at like a strong. It was really, really strong actually. I turned the warmer off for like, I don't know, maybe like an hour just to let the scent like dissipate a little bit before I turned it back on because it was so strong. But yeah, really good performer. I like Rainbow Sherbet. I think I would like it mixed more than by itself, but I did enjoy it, so good stuff. And then I finished a full loaf in Lighthouse. So this is Sea Air, White Musk, Lavender, Cashmere, Amber, Tonka, Cedar, and Plum. So it's just, I don't know, it's a lot of scent notes. It's a lot to take in. I don't know if it's a single scent oil or a dupe or what, but I do really like this scent. It's very pretty. It is more of a complex scent. It's a little bit sophisticated but fresh, but I don't know how to say it. Like, even though it says things like lavender, I don't know if I can really detect lavender. The cashmere, yes. The sea air, musk, tonka, very beautiful. I don't know how to describe it. It's a very complex, fresh scent that is a little bit elevated. I feel like this could almost be a hotel scent, that type of category, since it's sort of complex in that kind of way. But I'm saddened to say that this didn't really perform very well. I'd say it's more like a light medium at best. Sometimes when I would melt it, I guess depending on how many ounces of wax I used, it would be light. I could only smell it when I got close to it. And other times it would be like, okay, I can detect it a little more, but still it's not very strong. It was definitely more of a background scent for me. So yeah, I like this scent, but it's not a good performer, but it is very pretty, which is such a shame because I just feel like when it comes to scents that you like, I don't know, when I think of scents that I hate, for example, I'm always like blown away by how strong they are in the performance. And sometimes when it comes to scents that I love and I think are so good, they don't perform that well. So yeah. Anyways, moving on. The next one I have here, this used to be a puppy pack in banana, nutmeg, bread, pudding, cinnamon, sugar. I've been getting into banana bakery scents now recently. I used to think they smelled a lot like Laffy Taffy banana, but I guess either my nose is changing or I found that I gave them a chance, that sometimes even though on cold they smell Laffy Taffy, which in this case this scent did smell sort of Laffy Taffy on cold. On warm it actually transforms to a more realistic scent. So this to me smelled like the best sweet cinnamon sugary banana bread. It smelled so good. I love anything with L3's cinnamon sugar oil. I don't think I've gotten any scent with her cinnamon sugar oil that I didn't like. So I think it's a fantastic blender for bakery scents. It just makes everything better, I think. I don't know if there's another vendor that carries cinnamon sugar, this exact oil. Please let me know, because as we all know, L3 is closing down later on in the year, and I just love this. I just love this oil. So somebody please let me know, because I want to be able to blend or make customs with it or something, because yeah, I love it. So amazing. Would repurchase. The next one I have here is L3's Trick Tart and Apple Streusel. This was okay. I think it threw at about a medium or so. It wasn't like anything super special in my opinion. It just smells like your typical cinnamon apple bakery scent. It wasn't something that I loved, but it wasn't something that I hated either. So it just was okay. So yeah, I wouldn't repurchase it. It's just okay for me. Okay, moving on. The next item I have here is from Closet Full of Wax. This is a sample. This is Vanilla Bean Noel Black Chamomile Cocoa Butter Cashmere. Does that not sound amazing? That sounds like such a beautiful blend. I've been really into sensual blends lately as well, and this sounded exactly like that. I do love the cocoa butter cashmere oil. I know that. Black chamomile, I haven't smelled very much. I believe it's a Bath & Body Works type. I think I've smelled it once in store, but I can't think off the top of my head if I remember what it smells like exactly. And Vanilla Bean Noel, as we all know. Yeah, this wasn't very strong though. This was also like a very tiny piece of wax. Like it was like a puzzle piece that was really tiny. So I don't know. It could have just been not enough wax, but on cold it smelled nice. So yeah, I would love to be able to recreate a scent like this. So yeah, we'll see. The next one I have here is Mishon. I don't know, Mishon. I assume that this is some sort of character from a movie or book or TV series or something, but I don't know who this character is. Also from Closet Full of Wax, Egyptian Musk, Black Vanilla and Musk, and Blackberries. This was nice. It was very okay in my opinion. It threw okay, but it wasn't a standout scent for me. And I think what it is the blackberry in this is not my favorite kind of blackberry. I don't know, I guess mixed with the Egyptian Musk or so. It wasn't, I like a good fresh blackberry, and this wasn't as fresh. As more of a perfumey blackberry, which I can like sometimes, but this one was just okay to me. Like nothing stuck out about it. Next one here, also from Closet Full of Wax. This is Kick Rocks Rock Candy Pop Rocks and Mountain Dew. So this is definitely just that fizzy pop mixed with that like a artificial candy kind of note, which I think those kinds of oils go really well together. And in this case, this was really good. This threw pretty well. I would say at a medium strong. It was this really like nice fizzy like artificial kind of scent. I really liked it. I will say though, with age, I think it's not as fizzy as it used to be, but I do think in general, like fizzy scents like Mountain Dew scents, fizzy pop, ginger ale, those kinds of oils age really well, and they tend to be really strong oils as well. Like I'm finding every single, from like across the board, any vendor across the board that I melt fizzy pop scents from, they will still perform years later on. So I think the oil itself just ages really well. I will say, I think with time, it's not as fizzy or bubbly as it used to be, but I think it's just good. I don't know. It stands the test of time. So yeah, this was good. I don't know if I would repurchase it. I don't think Closet Full of Wax is a vendor that I gravitate a lot towards, and I'm not exactly sure why I don't. I mean, sometimes I look on her website and the blends sound really good. I think overall Closet Full of Wax has been like an okay vendor for me in my space. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anything has changed in the couple years with Closet Full of Wax. I know Closet Full of Wax used to be based in Burbank, California, I believe. I could be wrong, and I think they moved, but I don't know where they relocated. But yeah, I don't know if anything has changed since they relocated, if they changed their formula or not. Let me know if they did. But overall, like I don't know if I would seek out their stuff very much. Okay, moving on. This is from Candles from the Keeping Room, Celtic Moon Fireside. You guys, this was so good. Oh my gosh, so good. I already knew I love the Celtic Moon Spice oil. It's just one of the best spice oils out there. It's warm, it's comforting, and even when I didn't like spice type scents, now I do like them. But even in the past when I didn't like it, I still liked the Celtic Moon Spice oil. I think it's sweet, it's comforting, but it's not overly cinnamony. It has those notes, but it has stuff like nutmeg. Like it just is a really good mishmash of spice scents that just brings out the most comforting sort of like feeling when I smell it. And then Marshmallow Fireside, as we all know, that sweet fireside note. Just mixed all of those together, it's just like, wow, this is like the coziest winter day. It's just so good, and I really liked it. It performed at about a medium, I would say. I wish it were a little stronger, but I just love the scent. It was just such a nice background scent and such a comforting scent on a rainy day that, yeah, so good. I want to recreate the scent, so I'm going to try to find a vendor that has like Celtic Moon Spice oil and Marshmallow Fireside and then mix it together, because my gosh, such a good combination. So good. Okay, moving on. This is from Sassy Girl Aroma Peep Show. This is Blonde Moment, Bubblegum, and Cotton Candy. I got this in a mystery de-stash, so I don't know how old it is, but regardless of the age, this threw so well. It was so strong. The only thing was, it was like a little egg. I assume this was from some sort of sampler, but it was this little egg, and it was like rainbow colored, but it stained my warmers from the colors. But it was such a strong performer. It's good. I will say it's not my favorite scent in the world. I think when it comes to bubblegum scents, it can be very hit or miss for me. I can like bubblegum scents when it's blended a certain way, but in this particular blend, I think the bubblegum was just a little bit too much for me. Again, Blonde Moment. It's also like a champagne scent. It's very fruity, champagne-y. It smelled really good. I think it's another oil that ages well in my opinion. So yeah, I think this was really strong. The label is a little bit like pink because I had a Scentsy clam leak some oil onto it, so that's why it looks like that. But otherwise, it's a good performer for the age as well, because I think I bought this mystery de-stash over 2 years ago about. So yeah, this still performed very well, so that was good, but I wouldn't repurchase it. I didn't like the bubblegum note. Okay, next here, the Bathing Garden Spring Fling. This was a really cute bunny shape with beautiful glitter. As we all know, the Bathing Garden makes beautiful, beautiful wax. This was like a coconut citrus type of bakery note. I will say this didn't perform all that well. I couldn't really smell it, so I don't have much to say about it. Yeah, but it was a cute shape, so yes. But yeah, I guess in theory I would have liked it, but it just didn't perform for me. The next one here is from Swanky, Tahiti Island Dreams Island Escape. This is a sample that I got in one of my orders from Swanky. This is so good. This is such a beautiful, beautiful scent. I want to wear this scent. It's, oh my gosh. It's sensual, it's warm. And you would think with Tahiti Island Dreams or Island Escape that there's coconut in here, but to me at least, I don't really detect coconut. Coconut for me can be very, very hit or miss, and more miss than hits in general for me when it comes to coconut. It has to be a certain coconut oil and it has to be blended very well for me to like coconut scents. But with that being said, I don't really detect any coconut in here. I don't know what the scent notes are, but it's just so sensual. I imagine just laying down on like silk sheets with silk pajamas and just like you're all lotioned up and you know it's cozy. That's what I think of. I would love to have this in a body spray because the wax didn't perform for me, which is so sad. Again, like I said, I just feel like the scents that you really, really like just don't perform sometimes, and it's such a disappointment. So I would be curious to see or try the scent in one of her body sprays or perfume because I would love that. But wax wise, I couldn't really detect it, so it's a shame. But I did love this scent. I love this blend. It's so good. Swanky is so good with sensual blends. Oh, so good. Okay, anyways, moving on. This is from Rainbow Melts Original Gain and Clean Breeze Spooky Spin Cycle. Really good. I like laundry scents. I really like the Gain laundry oil. I like Tide as well, so I do enjoy those laundry oils, and mixed with that Clean Breeze gave like this lemon cleanliness scent to it. This was really nice for when I was cleaning. I would put the scent on when I would clean, and I don't know if you guys know her, Jay's Scented Home here on YouTube. She makes like cleaning videos, and she's also melts wax as well, and she posts a lot of candles and wax content on her Instagram. But overall, like, she usually makes cleaning videos. I would like put this on while I'm watching the video. That gets me motivated to clean. So yeah, I don't know if I just like Pavloved myself into cleaning when I smell laundry scents, but I'm not complaining, you know, just something to motivate you to clean. So yeah, I really liked it. Nice and strong, good throw, good longevity, and smells exactly like what you would think it would. So that's that. Okay, moving on. This is from Silkeys. So this is Cherry Slushie Blonde Moment Mountain Dew. Again, that artificial fizzy champagne-y kind of scent. They all sort of start to smell the same to me, to be honest, but they are scents that I do enjoy. This was really good. Old, and once again threw very well because I think these oils just age well. So yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say about it. It threw out a strong. I enjoyed it, so yes, very good stuff. I really enjoy Silkeys personally. I find a lot of her stuff does well for me. She has great prices, and I don't know, I just always go back and order from Silkeys, which I think says a lot since there's a million vendors out there to purchase from, and I always get very tempted by trying to try new vendors and such, but I always go back to Silkeys. And yeah, I like her stuff, so it says something. Okay, moving on. This is from Nana Makes Sense. This is Love at First Sight, Love Spell, Pink Chiffon, and Pink Sugar. I couldn't really smell this. This is also really old. But yeah, this vendor's not open anymore. The next one was Huckleberry. This I could smell. This was Huckleberry plus Zucchini Bread. To me, Huckleberry smells like grape to me. I don't know if anybody else thinks that. I think they're probably in some, like, I don't know, fragrance oil wise, they smell very similar. So I could smell this. This is not my favorite scent though. I think Huckleberry is not my favorite like fruity oil in general, but mixed with zucchini bread, I'm not a big zucchini bread fan, so yeah, this wasn't a favorite for me, but I could smell it. Next one, Fruit Loops Zucchini Bread Fresh Baked Bread. I actually really enjoyed this. Now, even though it had the zucchini bread and the fresh baked bread, it had that yeasty note, but I think in general, whenever you mix Fruit Loops with something, it really does dominate, and I think in this case it did too. It smelled almost like a less sugary Fruit Loops, which I actually sort of enjoyed. So yeah, this was pretty good. It threw like about a medium, lasted a good like couple hours or so, but yeah, I mean, I liked it. So there's that. The next one I have here is a sample from Super Tarts. This is in Duck Feet. This is part of her what's it called? Mouse Ears collection. Yes. So her Mouse Ears is iced lemonade plus lollipops, and then the Duck Feet is iced lemonade, lollipops plus orange dreamsicle. So I really enjoyed this. This threw very well. I think her Mouse Ears in general is a pretty good performer. Like lemonade oils tend to be pretty strong. Mixed with that orange creamsicle actually dampened down some of the lemon, like the fresh lemonness with some of that sweet orange notes, but I did really like it. It's a very energizing kind of scent with that lemon and orange. It's very bright. So yeah, really, really good. I would repurchase it. I don't know if she has changed the scent to a different name or not. I haven't really checked because I know that she did change some names around again, but either way, anything from her Mousers collection I like. So yeah, great throw. The next one I have here is Pumpkin King. This is part of the Minty collection, I can tell, because her old labels used to have like the different categories on it, and this was part of the Minty category, as you can see from the mint there. I, for the life of me, could not find scent notes for Pumpkin King. I don't know what's in here. I looked on her Facebook page, I tried to find it, and I can't find it. So if somebody knows what this is, please let me know, because I could not detect any pumpkin in here at all. You would think with the name Pumpkin King that there would be pumpkin in here, but I didn't really detect that. I detected some mint in here, and I don't know what else was in there. I couldn't really tell. This one wasn't that strong though. So again, her samples are really tiny. At least when I at this point in time, they were the tiny little clam. Like you can see sort of see the outline. It was like this small and flat. So I think this wasn't a lot of wax. Just the fact that this one was able to throw with such a small amount says a lot. But I don't expect that small amount of wax to be able to throw very well. Yeah, I don't know what the scent was. Either way, it wasn't like a standout scent for me anyways. So I would not repurchase. The next one I have here is from That Smell Good Shop Losers Club, Palo Santo and Cola. This was such a cool blend. I mean, when you think about it, Palo Santo plus cola, like it sounds so odd, right? But it really, really works. At least for me, I love both of those scent oils. I love cola blends. I love Palo Santo blends. Together, it just smells like you infused like a smoky wood into a cola. Like, you know how they add like that smoky hickory sort of like note into like stuff like deli meat sometimes, or like barbecue meats and like other things. But imagine that, but in cola. I don't know, it was really, really good. I will say it was on the lighter side. It only lasted 4 hours, and so maybe I'll try it in her scoopable formula to see if it throws better for me, because I like the scent so much, but it just didn't perform very well. But such a cool blend. I love it. So unique and just so beautiful. Okay, next item I have here, this is from Hayden Row. So this is a small little sample size ginger fizz. It smelled just like ginger ale. It was strong, 3 out of 6. Hayden Row's wax is just so good. I really love her wax. I'm sad that she's not really making that much wax anymore from my understanding, but threw very well. It's very old. It's probably also from 2020, to be honest. So coming up 4 years, or it is 4 years old, and still throwing strong, still doing well. So yeah, this was good. It smelled like ginger ale. Okay, this is from the Scented Squirrel. This is strawberry pound cake, pink sugar, and wedding cake. This is also a vendor that has since closed. This was a little sample, like a little bunt size. I couldn't really smell it though, so yeah, I don't really have much to say about that one. But it could also be due to the age. So once again, you know, I'm trying to be really good about purchasing. I did make an exception and purchase from L3 just because L3 is closing, but I'm really trying to also be cognizant of my purchases and to work through the stash that I already have. So yes. Okay, moving on. This is from Glitterati. This is one of her chunks. This is in Pearberry Vanilla Snowflake. I really like this scent. It smelled really good. On cold, I got more Pearberry than Vanilla Snowflake. But on warm, I definitely didn't detect as much Pearberry, and I got more of the Vanilla Snowflake. It smelled really nice. It's a little bit warm. It has that like snowflake scent. I mean, snow doesn't really have a scent, but whenever it's in perfume, fragrances, Bath & Body Works washes, that like snow kind of scent has a scent. So it's that fragrance oil version of it. It's nice. I do wish I smelled more pearberry, but I still did enjoy the scent. This threw very well. This was a hot and fast throw. So it would be strong, but it would taper off really fast, which I don't mind. I mean, there's sometimes I like scents that are more medium or lighter that last a long time. And sometimes I like scents that are like strong and only last a short amount of time. So there's always a time and place for each of those. But yeah, I do like this. I don't know if I would seek it out immediately, but I did enjoy it. Okay, moving on, I have some items from Empire Alchemy. This is 7th and Fig, Strawberry Shortcake, Fig Jam, Rhubarb, and Citrus Bakery. I did really like this scent. I definitely detect that like lemon or that rhubarb note, which almost came off sort of lemony to me, like a strawberry lemon type of cake. I really like the Strawberry Shortcake as well. I will say this was more on the light medium side. It wasn't very strong. I could detect it. It was very faint in the background, if that makes sense. But yeah, so it's okay. I just wish I got better performance from Empire Alchemy personally, but I did like that blend. I think it is a pretty blend. Next one here is Hay Rides Bonfire, Charred Wood, Fresh Hay, Sweet Balsam, Vetiver, Charred Marshmallow. This was a very, very smoky hay kind of scent, which is beautiful in its own right. I would say it was a little bit too smoky for my liking, but I could appreciate the beauty of the blend, if that makes sense. I do think Empire Alchemy makes beautiful, beautiful blends. I just think that she doesn't perform very well in my home, which is such a shame because she makes such beautiful blends. But this again was also like a light medium. It was pretty light. You could detect it in the background, but it wasn't like an oof in your face kind of scent. Which I guess I don't mind. I think this was a little bit too smoky for my taste, so I wouldn't have wanted it very strong either way. But I did like it. It's very atmospheric, so yes. And then the last one here is this little scent from Empire Alchemy once again in Zephyr. This is Fresh Ozonic Air and Baby's Breath. This is a very sea salty ozonic kind of scent. Definitely had that salt factor to it, and I do enjoy it. I do like fresh scents like this. This was on the light side once again. It wasn't very strong. It was very much so a background kind of scent, which I can enjoy sometimes, but I did want it to be a little stronger. I would have liked it to be like a medium plus maybe, but yeah, so there's that. And then moving on, the next item I have here is from Waxidents. This is the Zenen, which is one of her house blends, lavender, spearmint, and rosemary mint. So dang good. So good. I mean, her lavender is more on the herbal side, at least in this blend it is. I'm pretty sure she has sweet lavenders as well, but this one is that plus that spearmint and that rosemary mint. These are very strong minty scents with that herbal lavender, and it is just so good. I'm team herbal lavender all the way, then sweet lavender, and I love strong minty scents. So if you're not that kind of person, you would not like this. This would be too much for you. But this is such a relaxing scent to me. Whenever I smell this, I've said this before, I feel like my blood pressure like lowers a little bit or something. Like I just really enter such like a comforting like space whenever I smell this. So I would definitely repurchase it. This threw at about like a medium strong, and it lasted a long time too. So it's one of those scents that like you'll throw out a medium strong and then maybe it'll turn into a medium, but it'll stay at a medium for a very long time. So it has good longevity. Yeah, really, really good. Would definitely repurchase it, and even in a larger size. And yeah, I also really like Waxidents. Another underrated vendor in my opinion. And then moving on to the last vendor that I have. So this is from Lurid Apothecary. This vendor is closed now, which I'm sad about because I did enjoy their wax. This is in the scent Highwire, which is Boardwalk Marshmallow type, which is Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds, Sea Salt, and Ozone. This was really nice. I already like Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds, but mixed with that Sea Salt and Ozone just added like this freshness to it, which I think makes me like it even more. Like I like this version more than the normal Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds. It's sweet, it's a little bit body care like, but it's a little bit fresh too from that Ozone and Sea Salt. This threw at about a medium. In general, I don't find that Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds is a very strong oil on its own, but this is old. This is from 2021, so the fact that I could smell it was good. It was a nice, warm, comforting scent, I think, in my opinion. And once again, I just love Lurid Apothecary's labels. Her labels are the glossy types, so you well, I'll show you, but like when it comes to paper labels, over time they just start to brown, which is just the natural progression of the way like paper ages. And I think maybe being surrounded by fragrance oils, I don't know how it works, it just ages a little faster, it turns brown. I didn't do anything to it, I don't smoke or any of that kind of stuff, so that's just how labels sort of age. But the glossy labels don't do that, so that's what I really like. So it still looks very like fresh and new, at least when you look at it from this side, which I appreciate. So yeah, anyways, I don't really know if Lurid Apothecary will ever come back, but I just want to say I did enjoy their wax a lot. The next one here, this was like a little snap bar, also from Lurid Apothecary, Margarita Nights. Icy Margarita, Fresh Peach and Fizzy Pop. Really like this scent. It's through at about a medium. I really like her peach oil. I think that's what really stood out to me. I have another scent with her peach in it, and that one I can really tell like, oh, her peach oil is special. I will say though, when it comes to peach oils, I don't get that cat pee note that some people get. And I have never gotten that type of note, so I'm not really predisposed to smelling that kind of note. So I could be a little biased. You may disagree with me, but her peach was just, it was sweet, but it was also fruity and fresh at the same time. And it just smelled really realistic to me. I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, in this blend, I definitely got that peach, a little bit of that like liminess from that margarita and that fizziness from that fizzy pop. So it was a nice scent. I enjoyed it. So that is all my empties. Thank you so much for watching to the end if you've been watching. I typically don't do super long videos, but I guess I just had empties to talk about. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you don't want to listen to me ramble about what's going on in my life, you can exit now. But if you do want to stay, then I guess I'll just go off on a little bit of a tangent. So like I said, I've just been busy. I've been having my rotation at my elective rotation in infertility, which I think is a really interesting sort of field. It's also sort of niche, so you know, it's a harder field to get into, and I chose this as my elective just because I was really interested in seeing what happened or what happens to people with infertility. I mean, it's a field that is very rewarding, but it can also be very sad at the same time. And I think since being at the clinic, I've learned a lot about how to be, I guess, being able to navigate situations or talk about things that can be very tough for many people. I think since being on this rotation, I've sort of realized how rewarding it could be. I mean, obviously when people are able to become pregnant or have children that they've always wanted, it's such a rewarding feeling, especially if they've had you know, challenges along the way. But it also makes me realize things like how inaccessible it is. I mean, everybody knows doing things like IVF or getting treatment for things like this is very, very expensive. I think at the clinic that I'm shadowing at, or I'm doing my rotation in, I think one cycle of IVF is almost $30,000, just one cycle, and people aren't really guaranteed to have success after one cycle. Some people need to have multiple cycles to be able to achieve a live pregnancy. Oh, I'm sorry, maybe I should have done a trigger warning. I'm so sorry if this is like triggering for some people, but I do think it's an important thing. But otherwise, yeah, it is very expensive, so you sort of realize how inaccessible things like this is for many people. And it's, in some ways, I think it's a little bit sad because infertility for some people, depending on what it is, what kind of infertility or what causes it, is a medical condition. You know, there are medical conditions as to why some people are unable to conceive. So yeah, I think overall it's just been a very interesting rotation for me. My last day is actually this week on Friday, so I'm leaving that soon, and my next rotation is internal medicine at the hospital. So a little bit of everything in internal medicine, so a little bit less less focused, I would say, compared to where I'm at now. But I think overall, I've been enjoying it. I don't know if this is a field that I want to stay in. I definitely do love stuff like women's health. I feel very in my element about things like that, but I've learned a lot along the way, and I learned a lot of things that I think I probably wouldn't have otherwise learned about. I think in general, school doesn't teach you very much about infertility. It goes over some of the basics, of course, but in general, I don't think what I learned textbook-wise taught me a lot. I learned a lot more definitely through this rotation. But yeah, I mean, that's where I've been so far. I'm sort of excited for my next step in internal medicine. I mean, I think it'll teach me a lot as well because it's a little bit of everything, but I'm sure I'll see a lot of stuff like diabetes, high blood pressure, a lot of the bread and butter cases of internal medicine, cardiology, heart attacks, strokes, things like that in internal medicine. So we'll see. In terms of making videos and such, like I said, I just try to keep this as a fun hobby. I don't want to stress myself out about it, and I'm just trying to enjoy life along the way and enjoying these hobbies. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, if you've watched to this end, and if you listened to me, or if you had been watching me since I started this channel. I think I started this channel right when I graduated undergrad back in 2020. So I got into this hobby, yeah, like shortly after I graduated during the summer of 2020. And I was, you know, just fresh out of college, didn't really know what direction I was going. I worked a little bit during my gap years, and then I got into school, and then I'm in grad school now, and then here I am, and then I'm graduating in less than a year, which is crazy to think about because for so long I have been waiting to be able to have a career. I'm in a lot of debt though. I mean, PA school is very expensive. But you know, I think once I graduate and I get a job, I'll just manage my money well, pay off my loans, be focused on paying off my loans, and just, you know, start to, I don't know, think about more adult things. I think in some way going to grad school sort of, not that I delayed my adulthood, because it really didn't, because I lived, you know, like I don't live with any family. I moved to the East Coast on my own. I have no family here. Even when I was in undergrad, I moved like 7 hours away from my home, so I still had to learn and do things on my own. But yeah, I think it's sort of interesting to see. I mean, I look back at my old videos and like I think about how like maybe like 3 years ago, all I wanted was to get into PA school, and that's all I wanted, and I was like waiting for that goal. And now that I'm here, all I wanted to do is graduate and get a job. So I'm trying to be better about just enjoying each and every moment of this stage of my life, and just enjoying it as it comes, because it goes by really fast. I think if you were to tell me, like, I don't know, mentally I still feel like I'm 23 or something like that, but I'm turning 26 soon, which is not that far off. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know, where did the time go? I don't know. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll probably film my L3 haul once my wax gets here, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your day.